Namaste, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome to Awakenings Moments to Inspire. My name is Angela Stanfield, but because we're so close and friendly and loving one another, you can call me Angel. I am so honored to be here with you. I am so honored that you are here with me and we are sharing and co creating this time together. I am truly blessed with this wonderful ability and option to go out there and to talk to people and find out their stories and get to know them and be inspired. I'm just so inspired by people and events that happen in their lives and by things that help them awaken and move through life in a more loving and peaceful and positive manner. So that's what this show is kind of all about is trying to inspire others to take on the mantle of peace, love, and joy. That's really truly what this show is all about. So, where is this show being broadcast? Well, it is being broadcast at onenesstalkradio.com, Oneness Talk Radio Facebook, and Oneness Talk Radio YouTube. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone out there today. I also wanted just to draw everyone's attention to the chats that are available in either of those, any of those platforms. They all stream here to me. So, by all means, put whatever you'd like to say in the chat. I'd love to hear any new offerings that you've had, what's been up with you over the course of the last week. Just pop in to say hi, share with one another. Let's co-create this hour together, right? It's all about love, peace, love, joy, and co-creation of all of those things together, because we're all in this together, right? And we're better together, just as Kira and Shri would like to say. So just to begin with, I'm going to very quickly put my email in the chat. And again, feel free. I wish I was faster at this. I think that is it. There. So perfect. So welcome on this beautiful Thursday morning here in Ontario, Canada. The sun is shining and it is a balmy 27 degrees, I believe. And I think it's going up to close to 40 again today. It was warm yesterday, but I was soaking it in for sure. So I just wanted to open. Normally I like to open with our Ave Saw breaths, and just for everyone to get grounded and centered. And then I'll talk to you about the ascended numerology for the day and what came to me this morning as I was feeling into the day. And namaste, Pauline. Namaste, everyone. Welcome. So I'll go into the ascended numerology in a moment. So first, let's put our hands to our hearts. And for those of us who are not familiar with Ave Saw, it's a very simple inhale in the nose and an exhale out the mouth. But as you inhale through the nose, you're thinking hail. And what does hail mean? Well, actually, it's Latin, and it means, or ave, sorry, you say ave. And what does it mean? It's Latin. It means hail. There you go. I had a spoonerism there. And it means hail. Hail to what? Hail to the divine. Hail to the masculine and the feminine and the divine spark inside of you. It could also just be a hail, and I respect what is happening to me and what is happening around me in this moment. That's what Ave means. And then the Saw is a release and a surrender to the moment and to the reflections of what is coming to you at that point in time. So namaste, Queen Bee. Namaste, Bhatya. Namaste. So welcome to see you all. This community is so beautiful, and I'm very honored and blessed that you've all come to join us. So here we go. We're going to inhale through our nose and think Ave, and we're going to Sa out loud, and we're going to have just a beautiful relaxation and a release and a surrender into this moment. And we're going to do it 3 times. And then afterwards, we have to remember to smile. because I don't know about you, I always forget to smile. So and Master Lady Kira Ross always reminds us to smile afterwards. So inhale through our nose, exhale. Okay, here we go. Ave. 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 Oh, thank you for this moment of gathering and collection. So, namaste, Gary. I am so wonderful to see you too. So on to, I love you all. I love you all. So on to numerology. So what is the ascended numerology for today? And again, for those of you who don't know what ascended numerology is, please, I encourage you to go to shriandkira.com and learn a little bit more about it. Master Lady Kira Ra goes into it much more in depth, an explanation than what I do. But basically, it tells you your soul's mission here for this lifetime, what your soul wished to accomplish. And so I put in the sacred sequence for today and June 23rd, 2022. And what came up was a 6. And I thought this was absolutely perfect because it is the unification of the masculine and the feminine to be the individual Merkaba. So think of the Merkaba. I like to think of the Merkaba as the symbol of the soul, right? The combination of the masculine and the feminine. So the masculine triangle pointing down for penetration and the cup of the female being filled up, right? So it's the two coming together to create the Merkaba, which is you, the individual, as Archangel Zadkiel likes to say. And so it is, that's what I like to think of this Merkaba as, is almost a written symbol or the written word of the soul of who you are. So that is what the 6 means. So what does the Merkaba do? The Merkaba is like your vehicle, like your body is your vehicle for you to go out into the world and to explore. So you now have it. It is there. 6 provides it for you. You are in the body of the Merkaba now. And so when I was feeling into today, just to this is what I came up with. I just have to find my notes and find out where I start here. Where do we go? When the male and female unite and create a birth, you are that birth. You have birthed from this energy. Now, take a hold of it. Nothing else needs to be completed. All is supported. Prepare and ready. Step forward. Birth through the womb of fear and hesitancy. You are supported in all you do. You only need to trust in yourself and expand beyond your current boundaries. Hand to your heart, deep breath. Trust. Now, go, have fun, create. And I thought that was perfect for our topic today, because our topic today is self-love. And the Merkaba is the self. It is the body, the soul, who you are, the essence of you are. And if you can combine those energies and connect with that within the divine spark that's there inside of you, you can birth so many things. You are birthing now. There's no need to wait. Just put your foot out there, hand to heart, deep breath, Indiana Jones moment, and go. So that's what I've been feeling into for today. Also, another thing I wanted to mention to you before I just dive into our self-love, and is also a bit about loving others out into the community, right? So again, the show is all about inspiring others. And but I'd also like to say, oh, my clock, blessed, just turned over from 11:11 to 11:12. And I caught it just at that moment. Synchronicities abound everywhere. Synchronicities abound. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, yes, I love to inspire people. I love to help, not to be of service to others, to learn what inspires them so that I can embrace that inspiration as well within myself. So I wanted to give two shout outs this week to two people who have absolutely brought inspiration to me. And they're both from the community of Yoga of Self-Ascension. And I was blessed to be able to connect with both of them on such a very powerful level this week. One in person and the other one just over YouTube, but still it was very, very powerful. And the first person I wanted to give a shout out to was India Ananda. And I don't know if any of you know who she is, but she does have her own YouTube channel. It's called Ananda. And she started this beautiful 7-day challenge. So I recommend anybody go over there and look her up. Also, she has her own website, which is just India, INDIIYA.com. And you can go over there and check her out too. She's got some amazing meditations. So I highly, highly recommend. And the second person I just wanted to give a blessing and a massive thanks and appreciation to is a lovely lady who gifted me with the opportunity of having an Avesa balancing this past week. And this young woman is training to become an Avesa energy healer herself. She has the chops and the skills, man. Oh, she beautiful soul, beautiful energy. I can't wait to see what she accomplishes out into the world. So thank you, my beautiful soul, for that balancing. It helped to bring such clarity and knowing to my heart and soul. And I honor and thank you. So I just wanted to give those shout outs to the people who inspired me today. So Kim, if you're listening, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. So on to self-care. Let me take a drink here first. Who's got their coffee? Their little, this is my little pleasure in life. It's a little bit of decaf coffee with a little bit of plant-based milk and just a titch of coconut milk and some maple syrup. Whip it up. Oh, it becomes a nice frothy little drink. And you can add chocolate and all kinds of goodies to it. And it makes it almost like you're at Starbucks or any other coffee shop, fancy coffee shop that you might have in your location. So, self-care. So this is what I do. This is how I help myself. I have my own little release every morning. So, self-care is such a heavy topic and can be such a hard lift for some. And in a lot of cases, it can be very triggering, especially when you talk about certain aspects of self-care, right? Because we all want to be in service to others. But when it comes to a lot of us out there, we just tend to not think about ourselves first. And they always say that I've never been on a plane. I hope to. My very first plane ride, as far as I'm concerned, will be to Tosa Blue Mountain in Ecuador. But they always say that on a plane, the first thing as an adult you do is you put the mask on yourself, right? And then you attend to the person who's dependent upon you to put the mask on them. My apologies. My husband's sneezing in the other room and he's trying so desperately to be quiet. It's making me laugh. So you have to put that mask on yourself first, or else you could pass out, and then where are you all going to be? Not necessarily in a good situation. So self-care is the root of your service to others. That's how I like to think of it, right? And because they always say you have to fill yourself up and move forward before you can help others. So how do we do that? How do we bring out this feeling of self-care? How do we put ourselves first? And there's all those material ways of doing it. Yes, I recommend go have a spa day, treat yourself however that you want to treat yourself. Those are great little releases. But what happens when those little releases are no longer working, right? Because sometimes they just, you don't have the money, or you're just band-aiding a problem over and over and over again, and you don't really know why. And it's, you're lacking something within, you're wanting something in yourself, right? So you're wanting to uh, fill it up with stuff, things. And I think for me, it was putting down the things and going inward and into the self love that helped me to move past and helped me to move into more of a service for others. And I got to also thinking recently about those two words, helping and service. And I don't know about any of you people out there, if you feel into those energies, if you guys feel into these energies, when you feel into help, that almost seems like there's something wrong, or that the person is incapable, or that you're incapable. And so, and then there's service. Service implies that you just need a little of assistance until you can do it yourself, until you are able to fly and ascend on your own, right? So it, for me, and it's just a very new realization that came to me just very, very recently. And it was this idea and concept of helping versus serving. And so helping ourselves versus serving ourselves, again, if we're helping ourselves, in a lot of ways, it has that denotion that we're doing something, we've done something wrong and we need to fix it. We're putting that judgment behind it, right? And when you release that judgment, it becomes that service, that, oh, there is nothing wrong. I just need a little bit of support and a little bit of coaching and a little bit of help. And then I can soar on my own. And so when you apply that to yourself, it becomes a whole different ball game, because you're beginning to see the things that you do around you, your habits, as they were serving you, but now they're not. And so they're not, so you can release them. And then you're only left with positive new things, or positive things serving you. And then you start adding new things that serve you, that are positive and helping you. And that's how you build. So this concept of helping versus serving has really blown my mind. And I suggest you guys try that in your next reflections and meditations. The next time you're in your quiet time, sit on that, reflect on that service versus help, and what the two of them actually do mean to you, both, mentally, and physically and emotionally, spiritually, all of them, because they all are you, right? You're a whole mind, body, spirit complex, right? You're not just uh, a spirit stuck and trapped in a body, like several of us have grown up to believe, right? It's like, you are this, no, it's not like, you are this massive, magnificent spiritual energy that just happens to use a brain and a physical body to be able to move through this world and experience all the things that you need to experience. And so when you take a look and you even flip that on its head, so go from, being stuck in the body, stuck in your body, stuck in who you are, and then flip it and say, no, I'm not stuck. I'm actually free to choose who I am, right? You don't have to stay who you are. You're not stuck anywhere, right? So self-love is, I like to think of self-love, for me, healing. I'm gonna, okay, serious. For those of you who don't necessarily know, I used to be massively obese, grossly morbidly obese. I used to also, I'm a former food addict, bulimic, and binge. I suffered from binge eating disorder. So those are all the old definitions of me, right? But they're not who I am any longer. They're not who I define myself as. But they're pockets and windows of experience that I've taken on, and through the process of ascending and raising my vibration and raising my consciousness and my perception levels, I've begun to see that those pockets of my life were my experiences, and that I've taken what I can from them, and then I move on and I can release those. I can release them without judgment. I can say, oh, okay, I see what served me, I see what didn't serve me, and I'm going to let it go. And that's kind of how I envision releasing old habits and hold past things. Also, for self love, I find when I'm treating myself with and feeling into myself for self love, I tend to treat the different aspects of myself, so my body, my mind, my heart, or my soul, whichever you want to call it, I tend to think of them almost differently. And I don't know if this is the same with you guys, so I'll just put it out there and see what you say. But when I'm dealing with my body and it's being temperamental and I'm not feeling well and it's sick, and I'm tending to hold space and the love for my body, but I'm thinking of it more as a young child, someone who's they just can't control their ability to feel these feelings, right? Or to express these feelings. And that's kind of what your body is doing, because you've taught it to express this way for so long, it's continuing to express this way. So when I think of my body, when it's being all anxious or sick or anything like that, I treat it more like a very young child or even an infant, and just soothe it. It's okay. Relax. Be one with yourself. We are here. We are loving. You are supported. Deep Ave Saw breaths. And then, and then afterwards, you can just let it go and release. I lost my train of thought there. My apologies. So that's how I like to treat the body for just a moment, for when I'm going through something. And then when I'm when my mind's just chattering away and you can't get it to stop and you can't get it to slow down, it's almost to me like a teenager who's just going, mom, 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 I need this, or I want this, or we got to do this, or this has to be done, or, and again, it's how would I come across this this energy of anxiety and mind chatter and whatnot? Again, it's just a release the judgment and then feel into it. And then if I think of it as a teenager, I can really see where that anxiety, that need and that urgency to do it now, right? Because that's what teenagers are always doing. They're always like, oh, it needs to be done now. So you're really kind of feeling into this this energy of it needs to be done now, or whatever it is that your mind's chattering on about. And you just kind of hold the space for it and say, I know, I understand, I acknowledge, we are fine, everything will be good, and then just kind of treat it and say what you need to say to it. But that's where you're coming from. It's almost like that kind of energy that you deal with. And then your heart is just, oh, who can say any more about the heart, right? Heart, you don't think about, it's a feeling. You can just love and open your heart. And I learned a great technique, actually, for loving your heart. And Shri and Kira also teach this technique. And it's very, very simple and very, very easy. So again, hand to heart. And then you just close your eyes and you focus on your heart center and do it for a full 17 seconds. And then you'll feel this kind of effervescent little bubbling up inside your heart. and it just almost seems like you're going to burp or belch, and out it comes. And so I thought that would be lovely. I'm just going to take another drink of water here for a second. Okay. So we're going to put our hands to our hearts, and we're going to do one quick Ave Sa breath. And then for 17 seconds, we're going to focus. Now, if you're needing awareness, if you're needing awareness, driving a car, that kind of thing, please don't do this right at the moment. You can focus on your heart by all means, but do not close your eyes. But when you get home, try it a little more in depth. And when you get it into a safe space, and just hold that space for 17 seconds and think about your heart and feel into it. Feel all the things that bring you love and joy and make you happy, that make you smile, that make inspire you. There you go. Inspiration. All right. So one Ave Sa breath, and then we will go quiet for 17 seconds. Okay. Ave Sa. And oh, thank you for doing that with me all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what we've got some sharings here, so I'm just going to scroll down a bit and see what everyone's got to say here. Everyone's expressing such love to each other and saying hello, and it's absolutely glorious. Oh, there we go. Everyone is feeling it now, whether they are awake or not. And all, you are correct, Gary. On all my love back to you for sure. And Pauline said, perfect time, Sun, Cancer, Moon in Taurus, self-love, home, emotion, beauty, how value self, so synchronistic, you betcha. I know. And Badia wrote here, I felt blocked, so I made an appointment with Patty. Yes, Patty was on last night. I believe she and Jerry share a show on Wednesday evenings at 6 here on Oneness Talk Radio. So hopefully you can get in there and hear them. They're a great dynamic duo over there. Yes, and she is beyond amazing and intuitive. So I'm glad you're feeling so great. If you ever have a chance, anyone, to please go in and do an evasive balancing or any energy healing, please go and take the opportunity. Try something new. Go out there, because it really can assist you, even if you don't think it is necessarily. Even just going in there and being surrounded by that higher energy, being able to relax for that length of time. It's usually about half an hour. And then you come out and you're feeling refreshed and new and so much more clarity. It truly is amazing. So I highly recommend anybody to try an energy healing of any kind. That is a perfect self-love example for yourself. Go find someone, practicer in your area for sure, for sure. Pauline says, helping can be disempowering, but you have to find the balance. The great point. Yes, I agree. Yep. Serving was with nothing expected in return, just for joy of giving. Exactly. Yes, great awareness, share. Thank you. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you. So, and Gary wrote, this is the ultimate masquerade party for sure. Yes. Divine love and light disguised as a human. It's hilarious when you really think about it. Yes, yes, yes. So much so. But how else would we do it, right? Though, if we weren't, we have to take on these physical forms. And so if we're taking on these physical forms, if we're taking our love and our light, our pure ultimate love and light of who we are to our depths, and we're squeezing it down into this body to experience this soul, think of the amount of pressures that we're putting on this body too, right? So they deserve a little bit of love and a little bit of attention. And I think a lot of us just see it as a tool rather than the gift that it really is. And that's how I'm beginning to adopt and embrace for my body, is that it truly is a gift. And through the series of illnesses and injuries that um, I've had in the last couple months, if you just let your body have the healing time that it needs, and you love it and you feel down into it, and you give it thanks for all that it truly, truly does to you, for you, then it can do miracle healings. Like, just it can perform. My knee, I had a bad fall there this spring, and I really hurt my knee, and I thought for sure I had done something really, really bad. And it turned out, after a few days of just deep breathing, remaining calm and collective, allowing it to heal, Ave saw breaths, it turned out it was fine. And whether or not it would have been after with my healing energies or not, I don't know. But I do know it made me feel better in the time that I was doing it, because I was doing self-love. I was performing self-loving care to my body, and I was giving the body the love and the attention that it needed. So whether it actually helped the physical healing, fabulous, great. Science, go to town and figure that out. But it helps internally, I find, and it helps your heart and your soul move past the injuries and moves through the injuries, because it now becomes part of you. You just like, okay, that's there. We're going to work through it. We're going to serve the body and let it go, free of judgment, and that's releasing the judgment in your body is definitely, and giving it thanks. That's where I wanted to go next, is giving thanks to your body. And I just wanted, again, throw this out there for all of you out there. You can put this in the chat and let me know if this is true for you or not. But I find when I give thanks and I'm feeling the energy of thanks, it tends to come from up here more, and it tends to go up and out. So when I'm feeling thanks, even if it's just thank you to somebody for giving me something, or thank you for the day that I'm here again to celebrate and enjoy this blessed day, it tends to be up and out. And so I wanted to put in and ask all of you, how much do we actually give thanks and go down? Take our energies down to our feet, down to our ankles, down to our lower chakras. So when we're giving thanks, it's not an up feeling, it's a self-enveloping feeling. That's where I think I'm trying to go there. It's like this self-enveloping feeling that takes you over from the tips of your tippy toes to the tops of your last little bit of hair. And it just envelops who you are. That's kind of the thank you that I want to talk about. And then once you get the hang of expressing thanks as a entity around you and a being, an entity around you, then imagine how much more that outward amplification can be, or how much more that and then how much you're going to get back from that explanation, that explosion of outward expression. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about too, is giving thanks to your body and what all that it does to you. Love it, every cell. And I know many of us, we've beat it up, we've cursed it, we've been jealous of other bodies and compared it to other people, and it has done us harm inside. I don't know how else to say that. It did me harm inside. I don't know if it did you guys harm inside, but it did me harm inside that had to be realized and judgment released and let go. So for the next 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes before we go, what I wanted to do was to just do a downward thank you. A downward thank you into our body, into the very being and essence of who we truly, truly are. So, again, if you are driving or in a space where you can't close your eyes, and please revisit the recording, and you'll be able to get this brief meditation. I'm finding these meditations are doing well. If you guys like them, I'm going to keep doing them. If you want to comment and leave me a comment, or give me an email, that too, and just let me know what else you want to do and see, any other kind of meditations or formats that you want to talk about. I would love to hear your feedback. So please, 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 send me an email. Also, if you have any stories that you want to share, but you don't really necessarily want to come on the show to be a guest, please send me an email, and I would love to share your stories on the show as well. So by all means, send me those emails for sure, for sure. So, and if you want, and let me know, do you still want us to keep doing these meditations at the end? Because I am absolutely loving every moment of them. So I hope you are too. So let's begin. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to ding us. Give us a wiggle there. I'm going to take one more sip of our beautiful water. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen my bottle, but it has all these words on it that says love, healing, fun, peace, allow, bliss, joy, happiness, prosperity. These are words written on my water bottle that I hope the energy goes into the water, so that when I consume it, again, self-care, that I can embrace all of these things that have embraced my water, right? So the water is embracing me in every cell in my body. So I highly recommend everyone drink water, bathe in water, dance in the rain. If you get the opportunity, it's very cleansing and very loving to self. All right. So to begin with, we're going to put our hands to our hearts, and we're going to do 3 deep Ave Sa breaths. We're going to close our eyes. All right, here we go. Ave. Sa. Ave. Sa. Ave. Sa. The sun is beginning to set once again over the lake. You walk down to the water's edge and out onto the dock. The sky is a beautiful turquoise, purple, and pink. Cotton candy clouds float by, and you just take a deep breath in all the joy and wonder that's there. A fish jumps, splashes the surface. A fire cracks in the distance. A kid giggles. A loon calls. You sit on the dock, put your hands to your heart, and take a deep breath. Today, we need no lily pad to journey out into the cosmos. Today, we are going to journey into ourselves, into loving who we are. And we're going to express that with peace, love, joy in all its unconditional forms. You give thanks to the lake for all that it has given you, for the peace that it brings you here now. And you think on the tippy bottoms of your toes. You think and feel and embrace what it would be like to dip your big toe into that water. Your big toe. Your big piggy. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. Home. Love those piggies. They carry you everywhere, and they do so much for you. They help you hold your balance. They help you do maths. Think about how much your piggies have helped you in the years that you've had this body. You continue up and you give thanks to your feet that are now sinking below the surface of the water. And you are just feeling the cool water embrace your feet that carry you everywhere, all through this life. They have carried you through every journey, every perceived journey, good and bad. And you love your feet for all that it's given you. Your calves now slip into the water. Oh, the burning calves. Soothing from taking you through work, helping you move boxes, helping you move your friend's couch. Oh, release the tension. Release the tension now in the back of your legs. Love them. Love your legs. Because together with your feet, they are your transportation. Your knees bend for you so you don't break. Thank them. Thank them. Give them love. Your hips. Oh, your hips. Do the hippie shake. Oh, where would you be without your hips? Oh, they give you all your dance moves. They help you turn and twist and wiggle that hula hoop around, right? Bless your hips. Now we're moving up. We're moving up into our abdomen, our body, our tummy, the place that holds so much fire, both positive and negative for so many people. But we only feel the positive, that burn, that essence that's deep in there, the belly, the fire, that drive to stick that foot out and say yes. Yeah. That is where it is housed. Give thanks. Give thanks to your abdomen, your belly, your torso. That is where the power and the essence is housed. Give thanks. We move up to our rib cage and our chest. And it helps to hold everything that we need for this body to keep going in life. Your ribs protect and hold it strong and straight so that you can go about your world and this world and do that which you've come here to do, right? And it protects and holds and embraces the heart. You, the organ that is the sensory for you, who you truly are, deep down inside. It holds, your ribcage holds and embraces that heart just as you hold and embrace all that you are. So we're going to move up now. We're moving to our shoulders that have carried so much weight from the world, so much weight Give it thanks and know that you are supported, that you are loved, that you are as I am, as God is, I am. You can remove these burdens, you can remove these weights and truly love your shoulders. For now, they can help carry your rib cage, help carry your heart, and help carry your arms, your limbs of creativity. Give thanks, give such thanks. Thanks to your shoulders for all that they have carried. And now your arms that you can wave about in joy, peace, and love, in all the beauty and harmony that you can use to help communicate. I love you. You can use them to help express dance and joy and flow. You can use them to nurse people back to health. You can use them to save a person who's drowning. You can do so many beautiful things with these arms and these hands. Create with these fingers. Feel them. They are a unit. They are a unit. Arms, hands, fingers, unit of creation. Give them so much love and thanks for all they've created for you in this lifetime. Then you move on up to your neck that holds your head, that holds your crown. For those of you who know who Audrey Hepburn is, you're Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady, with that rings of silver and gold and diamonds up your neck, chains wound around. Love that throat, that neck, for carrying the beautiful mind that you have. It carries your mouth, your sensory organs. Give thanks. Hold it high. Hold it straight. Your head, your face. Again, give thanks for all that they hold dear. Your heart, your mind, your eyes, your nose, your ears, all the things that bring in the outside world into your consciousness, so that your mind then, which is also housed in your head, your mind then can translate that into whatever it is that you are seeing and doing and expressing in that moment. What are you smelling? Give thanks to your head and to your nose. What kindness are you expressing? Give thanks to your lips and your vocal cords. What music are you hearing? What birds are you listening to? What can you hear sing? Give thanks for all that you hear. And what do you see? What light do you see there in front of you? Give thanks for seeing all that you see, whether it be in this physical reality or with your eyes closed, or with your imagination, for it is all the same. Now that we've given rise and thanks to each individual portion of our body, we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper still. And we're going to go down into our muscles and our joints and our ligaments and our tissues We're going to feel all of them, express all of them, breathe through all of them now. And we're going to give them thanks for all that they do to propel the outside through this three-dimensional world around us. Give them thanks for all the processes that they do. We're going deeper still. Down, 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 down to the cellular level. There. Feel them. All your cells, they're there. Every single one of them. 5 trillion plus cells, all with their own individual level of consciousness. The muscle cell knows its job. The brain cell knows its job. The heart cell knows its job. They all have their own level of awareness of what they need to do to accomplish that which you need to accomplish here and now. Feel all 5 trillion plus of these beings rooting for everything you do in your life, because they are there. They are truly, truly there. Please love every single one of these cells. So, we are going deeper still. Contained within these cells, there is knowing even yet to our mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, an ancient bacteria who our ancestor ate billions of years ago, and it decided to remain and take part in the creation process along with us. Thank that mitochondria. Thank that which feeds this body. It takes the food that you eat, the sugars that you put in, and it turns it into energy for you so that you can go out and create your day. That is the mother of who you are, right there. Compatibility between yourself and another being. Trillions and trillions of other beings. Embrace them all. So, love them all for who they are. So, thank them for being on this co-creative process with you. And we're going to go deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper. We're going to leave behind the atoms and the quarks. And we're going down to the Planck size, which is just basically equilateral triangles triangles, pyramids. The Planck is a pyramid. We are the essence of a pyramid at our root. And what is that pyramid? Love, unconditional love and energy. Love, that unconditional love and energy, for it has loved you. It has supported you even when you didn't think it was there, even when you didn't think it was answering you. It was. Take the lessons and the gifts that you have learned in this lifetime, that Planck length helped you to learn, that came on that journey with you, and love the billions and trillions and trillions and trillions of Planck lengths that you have that make you up. And then we're going to go even deeper still until it's just pure light. Light. Thank you. Thank you for shining down on me. You never left me, did you? You were with me this whole time. I was with me this whole time. I had just forgotten. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thank myself. I thank my journey. I thank this body, this mind, this heart, my cells, my mitochondria, my Planck lengths, my atoms, my essence. I give thanks to who I am in this moment now, for I know I am truly, truly, unconditionally loved and supported by the universe in all that I do. I truly feel this as the individual that I am. I am as you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We begin to drift up slowly back through the light. We see all of the things that have been created by us, through us, for us. And we give thanks. All the gifts that have been given to us, for us, by us. Again, we give thanks. Our self is truly an amazing, amazing being. And love and give thanks to its very core. Drift back to the dock now. You feel the seat underneath you. You feel movement coming back to your body. Sensations, those beautiful smells and sounds and touches and tastes are coming back to you now in the body, in the 3D. And we slowly open our eyes. And I am complete.